Okay, hello everybody. It is Mother's Day, and oh, dang it, I was gonna do a review on a Mother's Day movie. Yeah, no, just wanted to say that. I'm doing a review on Chicken Little, and yes, I'm just gonna say this movie is bad. You probably already knew that. Yeah, so some information. This was Disney's first computer animated movie besides dinosaurs, but that uses some live action elements. This one is fully computer generated. So hope you like my review, and let's get to it. Okay, so the movie begins with the old the sky is falling, him ringing the bell, and everybody going crazy. They come to him, and then he's saying the sky was falling, but there's clearly no evidence. And then an acorn hits him on the head. Everybody gets mad and calling him a loser, trying to beat him up like a mob for some reason. It's just a kid. Jeez, give him a break. And so the one person, he doesn't have his friends yet, but the one person you would think that would believe him is his dad. But nope, he does not believe him at all. That is sad. And then he's like the rest of the mob, but the mob's getting mad at him and Chicken Little for some reason, even though he's acting exactly like you. The town's a bunch of hypocrites and subscribers to everything they see. Then 1 year later, uh, 1 year later, he's talking to himself, saying how he's gonna make everybody forget about that the sky is falling incident. But everybody hasn't. But it's been a year. Come on, jeez, these townsfolk are insane. So yeah, it's 1 year later. He's getting off to go on a school bus, but of course, since he's so little, the school bus driver doesn't see him. He closed the door, and then Foxy, who was like the bully at the school, she throws acorns out of like a little sack or something, and then he's tripping over those acorns. He gets up and he tries to get to school, run to school. Of course, a bunch of shenanigans happens. Then he's late. Then the worst way to introduce the other main characters is by a school roll call. Really? A school roll call? That's the best you could do? Anyway, so we have Runt, a pig, Abby, but everybody else calls her Ugly Duckling. Especially the cool, popular kids call her the Ugly Duckling. I'm so hip. Yeah, I'm wearing my hat backwards for some reason. I don't know why that's hip. I just like doing it. And then we have Fish Out of Water. Yeah, I like it too, you little fish. Get off my screen! And yeah, so he's late. Then dodgeball happens. They play dodgeball, and then guess what the coach says? He says popular against unpopular. And then the only unpopular people in the school are the group Chicken Little, Runt, Fish Out of Water, and Abby. They're the only unpopular people, and they're not even nerds. I'm a nerd, but I'm popular. So anyway, dodgeball happens, and Abby and Chicken Little are dodging those balls. They're not throwing any, just dodging them, and they're talking about how he should talk to his dad about the incident. And then the coach leaves to do some teacher stuff, and then it's timed out, and they're still talking. Then Foxy hits Abby with the ball. Then Chicken Little goes up to her saying, like, you shouldn't do that, that's mean and rude. Then he gets beat up and accidentally pulls the fire alarm. It starts raining. Everybody's going crazy for some reason. They all saw him pull the fire alarm. I don't know why they're going crazy. Then, a few minutes later, the principal's talking to his dad, and then the dad doesn't want to hear it, being the jerk that he is. And there's this baseball scene. I'm not going to talk about it, but it just happens. It doesn't contribute anything to the plot. I'm just saying Chicken Little wins the game by a hair. Then his dad likes him again, appreciates him. And then we get, father and son moments after that. Then he looks outside at a star, and then as he's looking outside, the star's getting bigger and bigger, and then, boom, a piece of the sky falls down. He doesn't want to tell his dad, but he calls his friends, like, I know he doesn't want to get into the trouble, but you have evidence. You have solid evidence you were right about the sky was falling. You have a piece of the sky. But, yeah, it's alien technology, obviously. Like, look at the back. That's nothing animalistic, human. I don't know. Fish gets trapped on a piece of the sky. He flies up into the air with his little glow stick. It's spinning. It makes a little vortex that summons a ship of aliens. They go in. They look at some stuff, and this little alien, this little furball orange alien, he pops out of his little seat thing. I don't know what it's called. He pops out, then follows the group, then runs to find a piece of paper, not a piece of paper, like this room that might suggest that the aliens want to take over the world. But obviously they're wrong. Then he gets everybody to go see, oh yeah, by the way, they got fish out of water back. And then they get the townspeople to come see the spaceship, and he rings the bell, I think. I don't remember that much. So he rings the bell, the townspeople come see the aliens. Of course, like, the alien ship has, like, camouflage technology. Then his dad gets mad at him again, thinking he's lying again, but really, he already knows. He already knows all the trouble he got into with the skies falling incident. So why would he want to do that again? Like, understand some common logic, dude. Then the aliens invade Earth, but they're really trying to find a little furball, red, orange thing. I forgot his name. I forget everything about this movie. So let's hurry up this review. So yeah, that happens, and then Chicken Little is trying to talk to his dad, but his dad's trying to hurry him out. Then he shows him the alien, and he's like, yeah, the sky's falling and stuff like that. So some shenanigans happen trying to get the little furball to the aliens. And then it happens, and it turns out the aliens were like the same thing as the furballs. They were just in electric suits. And everything goes back to normal. Everybody's starting to like Chicken Little again. So yeah, then they make an awesome movie about him called Chicken Little again. And then it's like, it would have been a better movie than this, I can tell you that. Before I go to the animation, I also want to say something. This story is so different from the original book. Like, I had the original book. My mom used to read it to me when I was a little kid for a bedtime story, and I know the original book. He says the sky is falling when it's just an acorn that falls on its head. So yes, like, it's true, the sky isn't falling. It's just an acorn, but he thinks the sky is falling. But then the lesson is, don't believe everything you hear of that story. But this story is like, believe everything you hear, no matter how far it's out there Like, I don't think that's a good moral. Me, you could think it's a good moral. But I think the original book's moral was better than this. The animation. The animation is awful! Seen as it was that Disney's, not Disney Pixar, just Disney's first animated film besides dinosaurs. But this one has no live action elements. It really shows that it was there first, because it's horrible. It's just horrible. I see what they're trying to do, like with Squatch and Stretch, but it doesn't matter the fact that when this movie came out in late 2005, we had movies like Shrek and The Incredibles that had some great animation, and like this is no exception. No, it's not. But as the movie goes on, the animation gets better. It's not the best. It's not Shrek best. Not Incredibles best, but it gets better. So yeah. That's all I have to really say about the animation. The characters. So let's go through these characters. Yeah. Runt, the goofy fat one, because fat people are funny. Then you have Abby. Well, I was about to say Amy. Abby. She's actually the most likable character out of all of them. Even she's more likable than Chicken Little. So yeah. Fish out of water. Yeah, I said it was gonna get to you. He has no personality whatsoever. It's like they tried to make him a comedy relief character, but like they tried to make Runt also the comedy relief character, but none of them works. And the actual comedy relief is the mayor and some of the townsfolk. So yeah, yes, not good. So anyway, Chicken Little, he's just a loser. Like, he's not quirky or anything. He doesn't have strength or anything. He's just a loser. No personality. Not like super smart or anything. And a loser. Like, they could have added something or got rid of loser and just made him like a nerd or something. Like I said, he's Chicken Little's father, the most horrible character Disney has ever created. Like, when his dad tells him to just forget about everything and just live a normal life, like live in the shadows or something like that. Don't let anybody pay attention to you. It's like, look at his eyes. He looks so destroyed on the inside. But what really keeps his film not wanting you to leave is that Chicken Little doesn't care what he says. He doesn't care what anybody says. He's going to do what Chicken Little does and be resourceful. He's really resourceful. With being so little, he has to figure out ways to use this earth so he can get around town and not be squashed. So yeah, that's what keeps the movie going. Okay, so the movie begins with the sky is falling, him ringing the bell, and everybody going crazy. They come to him, and then he's saying the sky was falling, but there's clearly no evidence. And then an acorn hits him on the head. Everybody gets mad and calling him a loser, trying to beat him up like a mob for some reason. It's just a kid. Jeez, give him a break. And so the one person, he doesn't have his friends yet, but the one person you would think that would believe him is his dad. But nope, he does not. believe him at all. That is sad. And then he's like the rest of the mob, but he's like the rest of the mob, but the mob's getting mad at him and Chicken Little. Even though it was 2D. For some reason, even though he's acting exactly like you, the town's a bunch of hypocrites and subscribers to everything they see. Then 1 year